Hey, you know I've got a 2020 C8 coming. You want to know what it is? You want to know the build? You want to know the color? Head over to my Instagram right now. I just launched a post, and if that post gets 1,000 thumbs up, 1,000 loves on Instagram, I'll share with you exactly what my Corvette build is before it gets here in January. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Check this out. No cars in the showroom. Is it because of the GM strike? Is it because we had 3,000 people come to our dealership? Or is it simply we don't like cars on our showroom floor? Today's video, we're going to talk about the GM strike and how it's going to affect the 2020 C8 Corvette, or how it could affect the 2020 C8 mid-engine Corvette. If this is the first time that you're watching my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn all your bell notifications on, and leave a thumbs up. This is probably the biggest question that I have been asked, and I usually have shied away from it. The UAW has got so many great things that it does for the workers of General Motors, and it's also a very political content and a very political message that you get a lot from these UAW workers. And I have not much of an opinion of pro or con on it because I don't know enough information on it to have a valid opinion. So, but a very routine comment on this channel is, how will the strike affect the C8 launch? And I think I've got some really good answers on that. So we're going to talk about that in this video. So I think a couple of things to look at is knowing some facts on the production schedule of the current model of the C7. Currently, as of today, which is the 23rd of September that I'm recording this video, production for C7 is still going on. Yes, they are still producing C7s. I don't know when the last C7 is scheduled to be built. I haven't seen any confirmation. I haven't really asked many people, and nobody that I have asked has really given me some good, what I feel is credible information. So this week, I'm supposed to have 5 brand new 2017 Corvettes built. Obviously, that's not going to happen because of the strike. So I think that's something to look at extremely closely. That when is the production going to stop, and when is the absolute last minute second that the plant has to do scheduled changeover, so that way they can start production on the C8 on December 2nd. So they have that date in place. Why they haven't told us what the last day of production is, I don't know. Maybe it's this week, I don't know. Maybe it's next week. I don't think that the time for the C8 changeover from the C7 is going to be that long. The reason I don't think it's going to be that long is because the C7 and the C8 are going down the assembly line together. So they're building some prototypes. They've obviously built VIN number 11, that's the Rapid Blue that Kai is driving, and they're going down the assembly line at the same time. So there's a lot of things interchangeable between the C7 and C8. Even though there is only one part, which is the door latch of this car, that is coming from the C7 to the C8, there's a lot of things that are similarities, I think, in the production line. This car definitely has been looked into and developed over the last 14 years. So they have a pretty good idea on the time schedule. Do they need 30 days? Do they need 60 days? We don't know that answer. If they need 30 days, you're talking the 1st of November. So this strike can go on until November 1st. Now, do I think the strike will go on that long? Highly unlikely. I'm hoping that it's only going to last 2 weeks, worst case scenario, 3 weeks. And at that point, I don't think that the production schedule for the C8 is going to be anything different. You got to realize that Chevrolet does build cars, but Chevrolet doesn't make cars. Does that make sense? They build cars, they don't make cars. They have a lot of different places build parts for the cars outside the engine, that they build up in Buffalo, New York, Tonawanda. They build the heads down in Mexico, so there's a lot of different places that things happen, but they assemble the engine in Tonawanda, New York. So therefore, there isn't a lot going on that third-party companies are responsible for, that it all comes together nicely. So people like the seat company, people like the interior company, people like the transmission, all those are suppliers to General Motors and not General Motors themselves. So that stuff is in development right now. The wheel company, they're developing wheels as we speak, as the strike goes on. Now, is there any thing going to the factories? Absolutely not. Those people are typically union as well, or they won't cross union lines. FedEx and UPS right now are not crossing union lines to pick up parts to come to the dealership. So let's talk what happens with all these C7s that they're supposed to build. So let's say they do need 60 days to retool the plant, get the plant up and going, and hire new people, train new people, all of that stuff that they need to do for a new model and new production car. I would think that if we have cars being built this week and they're not sold orders, they're just ordered for retail stock, because there is a difference between dealerships ordering cars that are going to go out on the lot, like this red one behind me, or if there are cars that are going to a customer, like every C8 that's right now. When you order those go into the manufacturing pipeline with indicators saying they're sold or they're for stock units. If GM says, hey, listen, production is done, we're going to do it for 3 more days, 4 more days, whatever the case may be, to get the sold orders done, perfect. They do that and they make happy customers on the C7s. Do they sit there and say, hey, listen, we can't go another day of C7s, so if you ordered a car for stock, we're cutting it off and you're not getting that car? I don't think many dealerships would be unhappy with that. I personally would. I really want these 5 cars that I'm ordering. I have somebody that is interested in one of them. So it is really important to me that I get these 5 or 6 stock units that I have coming in, because I'm only down to 16 C7s in stock right now. And I would like to have actually 30, 35, maybe on the top end 40 as we're coming into October 2019. So in closing, I don't think that the C8 is in jeopardy of production delays or quality delays based off of the information that I've said in this video. Is there something else out there that I don't know? There might be. If you have ideas or you have things that, hey, I need to be aware of, throw it down in the comments section below and I'll update a video in the future. Hopefully I don't need to update a video because I want this strike to be done. We definitely want everybody to get back to work so that way they can get these contracts ratified to both parties' benefits. So again, thank you guys for watching. That's my opinion on the UAW strikes. I don't have an opinion on if they should be striking or shouldn't be striking, just my opinion that if this strike is going to hurt the C8 production, and as I've said numerous times, no, I don't think it's going to. Guys, as always, if this is the first time that you're watching the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn all of your bell notifications on, leave a thumbs up, and as always, thanks again for watching. Have a great day and drive safely.